Welcome back to session 2 of Wrestling in Life. I'm Brandon Slay, the Executive Director of SportsLife Wrestling. And as a quick reminder of what we talked about in session 1 is that we started out with that verse, Proverbs 4:23, where King Solomon says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything else comes from it. And we said, we know Solomon said that because we knew we had an enemy that constantly wanted to attack us. I mean, I'll just pick one verse out that we talked about, John 10:10. Jesus said, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Jesus said he came so we'd have life abundant. But now we need to better understand, how does the enemy come to steal, kill, and destroy? As Peter would say, how's our enemy like a roaring lion looking to devour us? What does that look like? And how can we best defend that? And I think we need to go to what John said, the Apostle John in 1 John 2, verse 15. And in 1 John 2, 15 through 17, I'm going to turn over there real quick so we can read this clearly. In 1 John 2, 15 through 17, the Apostle John says, do not love the world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in them. For everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life comes not from the Father, but from the world. The world and its desires pass away, but whoever does the will of God lives forever. So I think this is the answer right here. If we say, how does the enemy attack of us? How does the enemy prowl around like a roaring lion looking to devour us? What does that look like? I think John makes it clear right here. He defines the world in 3 distinct ways. He defines the world as the cravings of the sinful nature, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. And to make that even more succinct for the rest of this study, I'm defining the cravings and the sinful nature as pleasure. I'm going to define the lust of the eyes as possessions, and I'm going to define the pride of life as power, because pride is a big word that can go many different directions. So John is saying that Satan is attacking us. The worldliness that's coming at us every day is through pleasure, possessions, and power. And what does that look like? Let's look at pleasure first. So if you would say, well, Brandon, what do you mean by cravings and sinful nature pleasure? I would say that looks like, can look like gluttony, it could look like alcoholism, it could look like drugs, pornography, anything of our sinful nature, these cravings that make us think, if I experience that, if I drink that, if I take that, if I eat that, if I look at that, that's going to give me pleasure and that's going to make me feel better in this day and age. Well, that's a lie. That's just going to lead us into destruction. The second one, the lust of the eyes, we see something. If there's something we see, we want it. So that's why I'm calling that possessions. And what does it look like to struggle with possessions? How is Satan attacking us with possessions? That looks like thinking that, if I could get that new home, if I could get that beach home, that mountain home, or just that new home, if I could get some more land, if I could get that new truck, if I could get more stuff, nicer clothes, more jewelry, Rolex, whatever it may be. If I could accumulate more stuff, the things that I see in this world, once I can possess those things, then I'll be fulfilled. Again, that's a lie. And that third one, the pride of life, I'm going to call that power. And what does power look like? I think that looks like achieving a certain title. It's like if you're working for a company, once you become vice president, then you'll have made it. Then once you become president, then you'll have really made it. Or once you go from, I was 5th in the state, but once I win state, I'm the state champion, and I have that title and that power, then I'll really be fulfilled. Or once I meet this person or meet that person, I can grow my network, and I know more people and I'll have more power. But those 3 things will never fulfill us: pleasure, possessions, and power. And if we're honest with ourselves, that's how Satan attacks us. I mean, I'll speak for myself. I can struggle with all 3 of those things, but the one that really gets me the most is pleasure, thinking if I'm comfortable, if I experience something, that's really going to fulfill me. But I know that's a lie. In session 5, we'll learn how to resist the devil and defend him and counterattack him. But until then, are there other areas in Scripture where Satan attacked people in those 3 distinct ways? Absolutely. So join us in session 3 as we learn how the devil attacked Jesus in those 3 ways.